When are the kids going to be able to get out there and sled?
Okay, this time tomorrow. Well, whenever they have some free time tomorrow. Today, they're still going to be without that snowfall. So something to look forward to, though. You might need to get your shovel ready, guys. Today's probably your last day that you won't have to do some shoveling for at least the next day or so. It's probably going to look like this in some locations, but we get to, well, probably the end of the day tomorrow. And so we have a lot coming up, a lot to look forward to. I know people are pretty excited about this snowfall, but we want you to be ready for it. And we want you to know when things might become a little more intense, which could bother your travel and your time out and about tomorrow. So let's help you out. Today, just cold and dry, all right? Maybe a couple flurries flying around this morning. I mentioned that. Other than that, it's going to be on the dry side. We don't have to worry about anything new accumulating. Tonight, the snow moves in, and then by tomorrow morning, we will have snow around. There's going to be some problems with traveling around the local roads, but they always do a really good job with the snow plows out there, but just don't count on them completely. Just know that you're going to have to give yourself some extra time when you're heading out tomorrow. A big gap between the system that's going to bring snow and the state of Minnesota, all right? You can see the clouds and then maybe a little bit of precipitation around, but what we're really monitoring is this system up here that's going to be traveling down to the southeast over the course of today. It's going to fill this big gap right here. It's going to be knocking on the door by the time we head into this evening and more so tonight. Let me show you on the forecast weather model what's going on today. Just some clouds kind of moving on in. At times we'll probably have some broken clouds. I'm hopeful, again, I'm still hopeful for a little bit of blue sky, a little peak of sunshine today. It's not going to be a lot, but I do think that there's going to be some areas where it happens. Late tonight, the clouds come right back on in. You see the nose of this system starting to inch through the Red River Valley, bringing in probably some snow late tonight for areas like Fergus Falls and the counties up to the northwest. By about 3 a.m., we see the front edge increase its distance to the east, eventually kind of nudging into our section of the state. And that may happen as early as about 2, 3, 4 a.m. It's not going to be a lot of snow at that point in time, but it's definitely going to be snowing. And so whatever does form on the roads will be there for the early morning commute. We may get a little dry slot from the Twin Cities down to the south right around 5 to 7 a.m., but then it fills right back on in with this weather model, and we see some heavy snowfall, probably the heaviest between 8 and midday, and then we'll just have scattered snow showers for the remainder of the day until this whole system clears on out over towards the east. So as far as snow totals go, I think we have a pretty good chance that we get about 2 to 4 inches. Once we get to 4 inches, that probability starts to fall down, and by the time we get to about 6 inches, it's pretty much on the low side, about 15%, 16% there, and then beyond that, it really gets low. Let me show you some of the other weather models that we have going on here. They're all kind of about 3 to 5 inches, a few on the higher side, so there could be some isolated locations that might pick up about a half a foot. And that's why we have a next weather alert, and that's good enough, of course, to do some sledding out there and to build those snowmen, Heather. All right, so 19 degrees on Friday. We dry up. It's going to feel pretty cold. We'll probably have some clouds around as well. I think we'll hold on to that through the weekend, too. But if we want to see a white Christmas, we need to get that snow this time around because it's going to warm up right before Christmas. We'll see how warm it gets, but this system's definitely going to help us out.
All right. Sounds good. I'll let them know. Thank you, Joseph.
Sure.